Hey guys, we are here to recap episode 8 of The Real Housewives of Orange County, which aired on 2/2/22. I'm Rick, this is Kelly, and you look fantastic.
I got my Cabo inspiration. See?
Yeah?
Here's my Cabo.
Is that what you would have worn
Cha-cha.
on the beach? Oh, you look so good.
Yes, we're going to go into that. We're going to go into some of the fashions that, because I'm like the fashion police.
You are very fashion conscious.
I am very, yes.
We have a lot to talk about on that episode, including a new phrase that I learned, straight fragility. I didn't know about that.
I've never heard of that, but
Noelle has.
Can I just get off really quick?
Right, we have a couple of other things we want to talk about, and one of them is this Teresa Giudice.
So I wake up this morning and I see page 6, Kelly Dodd trolls Teresa Giudice. Okay?
Trolled her boyfriend, Louis.
Louis. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't troll him, but I guess I kind of did. However, I get a call yesterday morning from Teresa. And she was like, hey, she's like, and I answered the phone. And this is what I like about those New Jersey girls. They just go straight for like, hey, the source, I have a problem. Let me talk it out. None of this, like, let me beat around the bush. Bull crap. Okay?
They just went,
this is the difference. She went right to the source
came right
to me, which I totally appreciate. Now, I did a meme and I thought it was funny because, you know, it was a bunch of boys and this was my meme.
This was about Louis, the video everyone was talking about on New Jersey, where Louis was on a beach with a bunch of men half naked, and you put a little thing together there with South Park.
Okay, and that. So I didn't understand. I didn't, you know, when I talk to Teresa, we don't talk about the show. We don't talk about like what goes on.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what those guys were doing, what he was doing. And so she calls me and she said, hey, my friends are like, aren't you friends with Kelly Dodd? She's like, yeah. And she's like, well, she put like this thing on South Park, a meme with Louis. And I go, it was just, it was just in fun. I didn't mean anything bad about it. I was just saying there's a bunch of dudes in South Park. I just thought the correlation was funny, right? And so
it was cute. It was clever.
Cute. It wasn't meant to be mean.
It wasn't mean-spirited.
It wasn't mean-spirited at all. And she's like, well, do you understand, you know, why I feel like this, you know, it's kind of hurtful. And she's like, listen, he went on this retreat and to help himself. And now people are giving him crap. So, you know, I feel bad. I want to apologize to Louis. I didn't mean anything.
Oh, that's really nice of you to do that.
In bad spirit or anything like that. And I'm so happy for Teresa. And you know what she said to me that was so nice? She was just like I was happy for you, good things happened to me. She was, I was so happy that you found Rick and that you're happy. And I think she's like, you know, it was just so sweet. And I really love Teresa. She's got the best heart and she's a hardworking woman with a great mom. And I didn't, and I'm team Teresa.
Okay. So. Well, you know what? That was really nice that you did that. Yeah. And
so
I'm glad that you
now page 6 made it worse.
You think they're right about that? About your?
No, they only want to do things that make me look bad.
Well, they love you. Page 6 loves you. They write about you almost every day.
Well, not really. Now when they're calling me a troll.
If you're watching but not subscribed here on YouTube, please click that subscribe channel. And don't forget, we have another podcast on patreon.com. It's Rick and Kelly Unmasked. And we hope that you'll go over there and check us out there. It's a subscription base. It's going to cost you $5 minimum, but that's for the month. Fresh episodes every week. And we have a lot of fun over there. And it's uncensored on Patreon.
This party sucks. Remember I said that?
You can get those on rickkellyunmasked.com. We sell these mugs and other products.
Yeah.
First, breaking news. Before we get to this recap, the latest Elizabeth Vargas update. As you may have heard, there was an incident at her home in Newport Beach on Balboa Peninsula, which is very close to here. So let me just read this update, and then you can tell everyone what you would like to say, that you spoke with her and all that. So Elizabeth Lynn Vargas Kelly's former co-star on Real Housewives of Orange County, her ex, Ryan Garrity, has been charged with multiple felonies. He was arrested and charged after he barricaded himself inside her home on Balboa Island, Balboa Peninsula. Ryan Garrity, 33, charged with assault with a deadly weapon, burglary, felon in possession of a firearm, and extortion. He will appear in court on February 3rd, according to the New York Post. Here's a quote. She called the police, so police start monitoring the house, and he shows up. He runs in the house, holds her hostage, has a gun, and when police realized he pulled a gun out, they raided the house. Once inside the residence, Newport police say, they encountered an armed male suspect who was actively threatening the life of the victim. Officers took immediate action and placed him in custody. Her manager, David, who we know, said she was shaken up and had an extremely traumatic experience, but fortunately, the police saved her, and she's doing well. So good for Elizabeth to have gotten through that, okay? We both know this guy, Ryan. We met him before.
Yes.
And we didn't want to say that when this was all breaking. We didn't want to reveal that, but you talked to Elizabeth.
I did. I talked to Elizabeth, but first of all, let me just go back. There was like a bear cat. I don't know if you can see it here, but there was like full like war, like we're going to Afghanistan, okay, right outside her house.
Yeah, that's a police like SWAT vehicle.
Like that. I mean, it's like insane. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look at all the guns.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Who knew that Newport Beach had this kind of artillery? Who knew? I didn't. I don't even think LA has this.
Trust me, they do.
Well,
the
I've never
police
seen
department.
anything. They let everybody like take over.
They got a lot of counterterrorism money after 9/11, and they all beefed up with those kinds of armored vehicles and heavy weapons, and sometimes they need them, unfortunately. But in any case, how is Elizabeth doing?
Elizabeth has a fractured nose. She's bruised. She said that there was another wannabe gangster. She said, I said, because he was young.
Guy
he was young. I thought it was funny, but he looked like a punk, right?
Yeah.
And that guy's going to be going to prison. I mean, he tried to extort her. He put a gun to her head.
They were in a relationship, and she was taking care of him, and then
she was letting him live in her car. So he demanded that he wanted the car, and she said that he was going to extort her. So she called her money manager, and her money manager said, "No, we're calling the police." Yeah. So they did, and that's when he got freaked out, and he took a gun and put it to her head.
Well, his life just took a turn for the worse, huh?
Yes. Well, good.
Good.
But don't hang out with 30-year-old wannabe druggy losers.
Yeah, good advice. Get well soon, Elizabeth. I think we might meet her in the desert for a drink this weekend.
Yeah.
We recapped New Jersey this week. Their ratings were
amazing.
Good, 1.1 million.
Which they should be, because they have a story and they're all friends, and we know, it's like I get these comments and I was like, we don't want to find out new girls. We don't want to be invested in new girls, you know? And I just think that if Elizabeth would have stayed on one more year, she would be a heck of a lot better than this Jen. I mean, Elizabeth has a ton of money, and she's got houses, and she's friends with like major players.
A lot of personality too.
And she has a lot of personality. I don't know.
One thing I forgot to mention about New Jersey when we did our recap was no one was wearing masks, even though it was shot during the pandemic. And I think that's great, but I also think it's kind of hypocritical that you got slammed for not wearing a mask, and you all had to wear masks on your show, and they don't wear them on theirs. But that's great.
They don't wear them on Beverly Hills either.
So quick mail before we get to the rest of this show. Someone said, "This is what retirement looks like, out partying every night. Love it, living vicariously through you." Question, in the group, because we went out to dinner with a bunch of people, who pays for dinner? And who paid the bill when Ramona Singer goes on vacation? She's constantly traveling. Who's paying? Does she dip out?
Does she, dip out.
Have fun. Oh, and you said, I'm going to answer your question on my podcast. So who well, of course, we always pay, or pay a portion of the meal.
You seem to pay a lot. Like you take a big of the bill. But I'm not doing that anymore.
No?
No, I think
I pick up checks all the time.
All the time. And I just feel like people take advantage. And I feel like if we're all in a big group, everyone pay their fair share. I'll pay mine, you pay yours.
It's funny though that this person wrote in and asked about Ramona, because we actually went out to dinner with Ramona in a big group last year, and it was a funny story. Or was it 2 years ago?
Okay, yeah, tell a story about Ramona.
Well, she wanted to split the check. I think
we were in Southampton. There was 8 of us, right?
And so she wanted to split the check. So we all got separate checks, and we all filled out our credit card receipts. And then for whatever reason, Ramona wanted to look at every single person's receipt and check them all.
She was kind of crazy about it too, but I think I realized last night when we were talking about it, why she was checking to see how much we tipped and to see, because she went after, you're like, what are you doing, Ramona?
Yeah.
And you're like, she was like, yeah, look. She was like, look. You gave them the other copy. You gave them the other copy. And
she
Rick
called
goes,
me out. She goes, you gave them the customer copy, not the merchant
Rick had
copy.
to go. She went up to does this matter? It has a great tip on here. Like, what are you doing?
I said, it doesn't matter. They have my credit card
But
number.
I realized last night when we were talking about why.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Why I think she went a little cuckoo.
Why?
Because that Vanderpump said I dined and dashed.
So she wanted to make sure no one was shortchanging them.
Yes. I think that's what it was.
Makes sense.
I think that's why she went a little.
When you're in the public eye, especially Kelly being very well known and recognized.
So is Ramona.
They come after you. People come after you. And usually it's for the wrong reason or for no reason. Jacqueline wrote, I cannot get enough of you two. Bravo should pick up Rick and Kelly Unmasked. I bet their ratings would skyrocket. That's so nice. Thanks, Jacqueline. Oleon said, I love you, Kelly, and I love that you speak your truth. And I'm black. This cancel culture has gone way too far. You were the sacrificial lamb. Unfortunately, I'm a lot like you. I always get in trouble for going against the grain. Andrea said, Kelly, love you so much. You're a patriot and we support you.
Oh,
you're a patriot.
I am.
Belladonna said,
I just want our rights and our freedoms. That's it. You know what? Freedom of choice.
That's
it.
Not asking too much.
It's not asking too much. I'm not over here pushing agendas all mad and woke. Why are all these people that are so woke, why are they angry?
And why are they so opposed to differing opinions?
Yeah, why does it have to be their opinion?
If it's their opinion, it's okay.
I listen to all sides.
Belladonna said, I honestly wish you were still on Bravo, Kelly. It's just not the same without you. Your skin is glowing, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Kathleen said, love you both. Like to hear what you have to say, and not just about RHOC. Glad to satisfy my Kelly's addiction, because yes, Rick, people do still care about Kelly's opinion.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to hear some of that in just a moment. OC is such a snooze this season, they said. I'd rather watch Rick and Kelly than the damn show, Ted said. They entertain me. Thanks, Ted.
Thanks, Ted.
Okay, so
Ted.
I didn't tell you I was going to do this, but I want you to now rate the episode 8 RHOC on a 5-star scale, 1 to 5 stars. 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. Your review of episode 8. How many stars?
I would say 1 star.
1 star. We had a bunch of your friends over last night.
Yeah, we had a bunch of my friends
over. The girlfriends came over, and they said, these are some quotes from our home audience. Boring, bad, snorefest, like they all just met, contrived and forced and manufactured. And then your friend Elaine said, is anyone actually friends besides Gina and Emily? They're better off with a script. Better off with a script. We're obviously at home, so our dogs are sometimes barking. Better off with a script.
I need to get one of those. There's like a clicker that can do like their ears for a second, you know.
A zapper.
It's like more humane.
Oh. Okay, let's get right to this week's highlight, shall we? The first clip is while the ladies were dining in Cabo, the men were at the deck in Laguna Beach, and here's some of their wild night out.
Gentlemen, cheers to our wives.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
our chicks and them.
Yes.
Gentlemen, I have your tuna poke, some deck tacos.
Okay.
So this is guacamole, right?
Yeah.
Now let's test it.
Smells good.
So, none of my business. But you've been with Shannon for 2 years?
2 years.
Seems like it's good.
Yeah, Shannon and I, we're totally committed to each other. We're in no hurry to get married. You know, things are good.
So, totally none of my business?
You're totally gonna ask that.
Maybe I shouldn't.
You should.
The whole nuptial thing, is that a thing in the near future, or?
And don't give us the PC answer. I would say Gina and I would probably get married before John Chin.
Oh, I want a date.
Generally, I plan my life in 5-year increments. You know, I'm not asking you to commit, but it's like probably more 1 to 3, right?
Yeah, 1 to 3.
And you 1 to 3.
Oh, God.
Depends on how many more margaritas.
So,
Wait. Why is it that Terry Dubrow has the same outfit on all the time? Is that his uniform?
the leather jacket.
Yeah, that leather jacket that he went to bed at 7 a.m. or p.m., 7 p.m., and then came back down in a frenzy.
When he decided to be all bad
yeah.
and confront someone,
Yeah.
he put on his leather jacket.
Yeah.
Well, he wore it to the deck, which is an awesome spot. by the way,
Awesome spot.
in Laguna.
If you guys ever go to the deck, it's got great food and beautiful.
My reaction to that scene was, these guys are, and I like John, these guys are so not entertaining like the Jersey husbands and boyfriends. Those guys, that's a great crew.
Because none of them are friends. None of them are friends. You think Terry? He doesn't have any friends. Shane doesn't have any friends. None of those guys are. They're just. There's no. It's like they just met. It's
Yeah.
like there's no. It just doesn't work. It's just the chemistry is completely off.
It's like they just shoved them into the same room and said, "Okay, go interact."
Right.
It's not natural. It's forced.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. At the ladies' dinner, you remarked when Emily put a dirty napkin on her head.
Wait, what is that? I'm just getting an example.
Okay, this is some scrap of.
Oh, it looks like that.
Oh God, it's leaking everywhere.
Oh,
What's that?
shit.
That was the wrong thing to pick up.
Wow, I didn't mean to.
What the
HD Buttercup. Oh, Barstool.
Babe, well, you just made a mess. You
Ew.
had the house clean too.
Oh, I know.
What
Jeez.
the hell?
I didn't know.
What?
Dang.
Okay, breaking news. More breaking news.
Okay, I'm
We're
not
gonna-
putting this on my head.
Definitely don't
Even
do
though
that.
that napkin that she had on her head was disgusting.
Yeah,
It
you
looked
were-
like someone got a maxi pad and put it on her head.
A maxi
A
pad.
maxi pad, like with blood on it.
Yeah.
It was
It was
gross.
definitely stained with something.
Just got the house cleaned. Sorry.
Your friend said she wanted to put an ice pick in her own eye after watching the first 6 minutes of the show.
What was that with the napkin over her head? And then like, do you guys not have anything to say? Or,
Well,
it's just like it was filler.
She's going with the props now. She did the sub in her purse in the sauna. She did the giant 2-liter bottle of soda when she was out and about.
Yeah.
Now she's put a dirty napkin on her head.
Right.
I think she's decided that, like
She's got to prop it up in
Yeah.
order to have a story.
The next clip is when Gina confronts Noella, who she supposedly advocated for her to get on the trip. Here's a little bit of that.
Stop it. I'm not mad at her. But don't call us children. Don't do that. Yeah, just don't do that.
You better have a finger on my face and
Yeah, but you get great.
like a manhandler.
But this is what you do. You get.
Tell me what I do.
I'm gonna tell me one more thing. I'm too long, man. You're reactionary in a moment. That's what I'm saying.
You didn't eat any of your dinner. Okay, you stop food shaming me, okay? You know what? I got a pile of anxiety and a full life right now. It looks amazing. You know what? I'm gonna eat the freaking potatoes.
This is what you do to her.
This is what you do.
Do you want me to tell you you're perfect all the time?
No.
Okay, then I'm not.
Oh, look what's coming, and we're taking a bite. Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you this because I would toast Emily on your farm.
So it seemed odd to me that there's.
Gina was advocating, because it was forced, for Noella to go on. None of them would want Noella to go on. So one of the producers said, "Hey, Gina, we have to figure out how to get Noella on here."
To Cabo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just not like it's again no cohesiveness.
But if she's really her friend, she's not going to act that way toward her in every scene it looked like they were butting heads.
Who?
Gina and Noella.
They don't like each other.
Yeah.
It's
it
like
seems
crazy.
like none of them like Noella.
None of them like Noella.
Well, the next clip that we're going to share is when Heather looks at a 28,000 square foot or 26,000 square foot house that we all know she's not buying.
This house is about 26,000 square feet air conditioned.
I like it already. I can feel the air.
Sits on about 3 acres on the water. Has views of 2 beaches.
Can you imagine 3 acres of beachfront property? It's fun to live in a big house. I mean, if someone gave it to me, I'd be happy.
So why don't we start this way? The pool is a wraparound pool. It goes way around the other side of the house.
Is this beach swimmable?
Technically, yes. Practically speaking, you better be pretty good.
Oh. Not getting in the water.
We all know she's not buying that house.
Go on. The last time you said something like, if you're going to buy it, just buy it.
If you're going to buy it, just buy a house. Don't say we're going to. That is the worst thing on earth. We are going to buy. I'm going to look. Like, just go buy it. If you're so interested in Cabo, just go buy it.
Well, it was.
It's just.
It was stupid. It was like they wanted to show all the most incredible properties. 3 acres oceanfront, really? That was one of that house. And then there was another lot on the ocean that was like $8 million. And then she's meeting with an architect, but she doesn't have land yet. The whole thing just seemed contrived to me.
Of course, like we go to Cabo all the time.
Yeah.
And my friends that have real money, they're in Chileno Bay. El Pedregal.
But you don't. If you really want to buy a house in Cabo, you can buy a house. You can
El
buy a
Dorado.
condo. You can buy a $2 or $3 million house. You don't have to look at a 15, 20. Because it's better TV. That's why they did it.
It's full of crap.
Yeah. Next, Noella. The ladies go into a sweat lodge. And Noella apparently was overcome by the heat and the emotion.
Whose idea was it to go to the sweat lodge after you've been pouring down drinks and alcohol in your system? Do you know how dehydrating that is for your body? Like, that's actually dangerous.
Well, I just want you to watch this clip because at the end, you'll see what Gina and Emily were saying after Noella was in distress. Watch this.
You're okay. You're okay.
Frankie, let's do this. It's okay. My screen has sweated all my eyelids hang on my face. I'm so sad for all of you bitches. I don't know what to do with it.
That went deep into my soul.
You're supposed to be happy. I'm not happy. I want you to be happy.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be her friend. They're not supposed to be making fun of her.
Right.
Right after she gets treated for
dehydration
or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Then Gina and Emily let Noella know in a very passive-aggressive way on the beach that she won't be flying home with them on a private jet.
Then we can take a private jet on the way home.
Right. I'm not sure.
Are you flying my
I have to ask Heather about that actually because I know she had mentioned something about, I think it was a smaller plane and I didn't know how many seats I think.
Smaller than the one on the way here?
That is so mean. I'm sorry, but that's mean. See, again, there's just, when would you ever see that in like Beverly Hills or New Jersey or
leave someone behind and make them go home on their own?
Commercial flight?
I don't think so.
That's just, I don't know. It just doesn't vibe. There's just, I don't know. I can't take it. It's so hard to watch. It's so hard to watch, especially after watching New Jersey. It's just so hard.
One of the things that struck me about that scene was that you knew about that. You never made a spoiler alert. You didn't reveal to our viewers that you knew that Noella wasn't going to fly home on that jet.
I knew.
You knew about that.
Right.
I also was struck by how Emily and Gina were giving Noella advice on how to talk to Heather. She needed to be told how to talk to her.
Right.
What is that?
It's just like another kiss on the butt to Heather. Like, those girls are so far up the sphincter. It's incredible. It's like, I've never seen anything like it. You guys don't even know Heather. You just met her for a hot minute. Like, really? I mean, and you're an advocate for Noella to come, and then all of a sudden you're all of a sudden best friends. Give me a break, please.
Next, Dr. Jen, in pain, needs support from husband during workout and doesn't get it. Here's that.
This pain is debilitating, it's excruciating, and I can't function. I'm like kind of having a breakdown.
Okay, well, that's horrible.
Well, I know it's horrible, and it's not your fault, but I'm reaching out to you to just show like some validity or empathy or something. I can't handle it.
Make it better tomorrow. That's all you can do.
Okay. If I can't get something from Ryan, where am I gonna get it? The girls don't understand, I don't expect them to. This is what I want you to say. I want you to say, I'm sorry you had to be in pain all day. I wish I was there to like protect you or something.
I understand. Yes, dear. I would all that stuff.
What I want from Ryan is I want to know that I'm loved, and know that I'm protected, and know that I'm important. I feel completely alone right now. Okay, I gotta go.
Okay, Sharon.
Catch you later, I love you.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay, they're going to be divorced. That's for sure.
That's coming?
That's coming.
Has it happened yet? Because would you know? Are they still together?
Yeah, they're still together, but he's a complete and utter loser, and she likes it that way. She acts like, oh, well, she's a control freak, but, you know, it's like, he's not into you. The guy is not into you.
I would never talk to you the way he talked to her.
I've never had a guy talk to me like that.
Yeah.
And that just is it's like plain and simple. The guy's not into you. He's not in love with you. He doesn't care about your feelings. You would never talk to me like that.
No, of course not. Because I care about you. I
mean,
love you.
I've never been with a man like that.
If you're in pain, I'm in pain. I want you to be better. I want to do what I can to help you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's using him to be a stay-at-home dad, and I think he's using her because he doesn't want to work. It's
all right. There's your summation of the Jen situation.
Yeah, it's so boring. She's so boring. She's so vanilla toast.
The next item I have is the outfits at the beach party. You didn't like Shannon's dress.
Okay, so Shannon calls me and she's like, I'm going to Cabo, because they sprung it on last minute. Going to Cabo, and I need like stuff, and I know you go to Cabo all the time, so I need stuff to wear. I gave her, I don't know how much stuff, and congratulations, Shannon, for losing 15 pounds. She looks great. I mean, She looks amazing. So, I can't believe all this crap.
I know.
I give her this Camilla dress. She did dry clean it for me. This dress is about $1,100.
She was wearing that, right,
yeah.
on the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
Beautiful.
I give her other stuff, but she didn't wear it. I give her this other Camilla dress.
She should have worn that.
She did.
Oh, she did?
She did.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I give her some other stuff.
Yeah.
Then, I'm just giving you an example. She wears a New Year's dress on the beach.
Right.
I give her resort wear, and she wears a sequined dress on the beach.
Come on, Shannon.
Come on, Shannon. I gave you a bunch of clothes to wear. Why didn't you wear all of them?
And she was very grateful for the clothes you gave her.
We have Gina wearing a jean puffy sleeve top. I didn't have a top, but I have a puffy sleeve jean.
That is a jean
That
thing.
is not resort wear.
Did it bother you to see her in that?
It bothered me to see her in a jean puffy sleeve for a resort.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say, Jen did it well, and Noella did it well. Now, what's up with Heather Dubrow's clothes? She looks like so Stepford Wives.
Yeah.
With that, and that dress that she wore with the black with the spaghetti straps, I had that legit 8 years ago. It was Alexander Wang.
Huh.
Yeah.
You notice things that I don't see, but
and,
that's one of them.
And Emily dressed, except the thong thing, I don't think I could ever wear a thong. But she's got a nice booty for it.
I guess we did see a lot of her booty on that episode.
I like them round and big.
Our final clip is yet another fight between Heather and Noella over the gift that she brought to Heather's daughter's book party. And then that sparked this whole thing about straight fragility. Here's the clip.
I wish you the best. I found out that I was a petty invite.
But no, you weren't a
No, you weren't.
That is not true.
I didn't want to invite you because you gave my daughter pornography as a gift, and I felt uncomfortable.
Wait, what?
Wow. Accusing me of giving your teenage daughter pornography? This is a whole new low, even for you. I put on Amazon LGBTQ plus gifts. So you could say I didn't know that it was offensive. I don't know if it was the sweat lodge, but you're not understanding. No, you have to back down for a minute and let her explain her perspective. Oh, how dare I not know that, like, your straight fragility when I'm purchasing my straight fragility? Apparently that's a thing now. I have a couple of gay children. Don't tell me that I have straight fragility. I am a bisexual, biracial, liberal freaking woman who lives in Orange County. Don't you dare tell me that I'm inappropriate. No. I'm not saying. Don't you know? No.
She's not saying you're inappropriate.
I'm saying your gift was. She's saying that I, as a bisexual woman to our bisexual daughter, that I was inappropriate. I'm assuming you didn't look at the cards.
I have a lot to say about this.
Dude, I have a lot to say about this.
Okay, but first...
I have so much to talk about. First of all,
okay.
Go ahead. When you go
well,
first.
I just wanted... There's an article about that straight fragility thing.
Okay.
In the New York Post. There's not a lot here. It just...
I've never even heard of straight fragility. What does that mean? You're straight and you're fragile?
Noella, the reality show's first openly bisexual and black star, accused Heather of having straight fragility and of giving her daughter Max pornography. Noella did say that if she knew that's what the card said, I would not have gifted that to a 17-year-old girl. But to even use the word pornography is completely blown out of proportion, and it's the wrong word.
Well, I guess they're not playing, what is it, Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah.
That's pretty gnarly,
okay,
too.
Let me say something first, and then I want to get your response as well.
Okay.
If you are celebrating your 17-year-old's book, a sexually themed book, a book about her daughter discovering her sexuality, how do you get mad at a guest at that book party for bringing a sexually themed gift to a sexually themed book party? It seems to me it's kind of, it's hypocritical to say,
it goes hand in hand,
oh,
right?
she's only 17, you can't give her anything about sex, and she's writing a book about sex. That's what the party was for, was her book about sex. How can you get mad at someone for giving her a sex-themed gift?
Right, and she didn't even open it. And you know what? Those little minions of hers should have said, she just got a gift from Amazon. She didn't open it. Like, you're making a mountain out of a mole. They could have came to Noella's defense and said, she tried to do something nice by giving her a LGBTQ themed appropriate gift. She didn't know what was said. But you know what? This is what makes me mad. She's over here talking about how she isn't conservative, and her kids go to a conservative Catholic school. And by the way, Jay Sarah is not conservative. Yeah. My daughter's modern day is way more conservative than Jay Sarah, by the way.
Okay.
And she's like, so which one is it? You don't want to be conservative, but somebody gives you a non-conservative, like, what? You can't play both sides. You can't act like, oh, I'm a Pollyanna in my Pollyanna life, and I'm perfect.
It's just not appropriate.
It's just not appropriate to give a 17. Well,
is it
first of all, when I was 17, I was already in college. I was. My birthday's September 26th. I was already out of the house on my own. Mm-hmm. I don't think a 17-year-old is a child. All right, just saying.
Right.
They know what licking the butt is.
Listen.
They know, okay? They know what that is. So you know, reading that, oh, I'm so offended.
Yeah.
Is complete and utter hypocrisy, and that's how those people are.
Right. Now, I will say that some
Makes me so
17-year-olds are more mature than others. But if your 17-year-old is mature enough to write a book about discovering her own
Which she
sexuality.
did, I'm sure. She probably had a ghostwriter. Oh, and then all of a sudden Heather has never read it until it got published.
Yeah.
Such a lie.
Was she
She's such
hiding
a
in a room
liar.
writing a book for 6 months and then Heather found out about it at the last minute? Or
Yeah. So Rick's writing a book and there's a lot that goes into it. You have to get a publisher. You have to, I mean, it's
a process.
It's a process. You just didn't, one day go, oh, it's COVID. I'm just going to write a book and I'm not going to read what my daughter wrote and I'm just going to have it public. Liar.
how are you getting mad at someone for giving her a gift, a sex-themed gift at a sex-themed book party? I just don't think it's fair. And I think it's contrived and it's obviously hypocritical.
Oh, by the way, do you know how it's so contrived? Let me just pull out the cards.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go through to look at my stuff. I have to legit look, like, I have to go through things. She had that thing all locked, loaded, and barreled, okay?
Yeah.
She had that right there, and she had it in there because it was contrived. She knew she was going to bring this up, that this was going to be spicy. It's, again, her poor acting skills at hand.
Well, I think Noella knew it was going to come up, and that's where she came up with that straight fragility line. Like that, she was ready with that too. So,
and I love how she's like, "Oh, I'm black, I'm bisexual," and throwing out all those
liberal.
Yeah, I'm liberal, and
I live in Orange.
And I
County.
live in Orange County. Like,
don't tell me.
Well, I lived in San Francisco with all those weirdos. I did for 10 years. I mean, people should have felt sorry for me living there. The place was crazy.
I think you said a bad word.
What did I say?
The S word.
I said that, a bad word?
You just said it, yeah.
Can you bleep it?
Maybe. Elliot, can you beep that word? We gotta go. If you like our show here, please follow us and subscribe to us on patreon.com, Rick and Kelly Unmasked. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, just go ahead and click that subscribe button. And we're going to pump out a lot more content, including these recaps every week. You having fun?
Yes.
Me too.
All right.
Me too.
Well, thank you guys for listening and joining in.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We'll see you soon.